Hi guys, so let's talk about ethnicity and color analysis. So I think in color analysis currently there is a lot of bias, and I don't want to say exactly bias, but there are some assumptions that are made about deeper skin tones, about East Asian skin tones that are not true, and all of those assumptions are based on lighter skin tones. So when we see some sort of trend that happens in lighter skin tones and we don't see that trend with deeper skin tones, we start to assume the wrong things. So in the artistic license system, I am going to basically clear that up, hopefully. So, okay, before I really get into this, I do want to say there's been a lot of confusion. So I want to say that I call summer cool and bright, and I call winter cool and muted. So summer to me is cool and bright because of the bright green colors, the bright summer sky, and winter when you look outside, it's very gray, very muted, etc. So I call winter cool and muted. Okay, so let's get started. So here we have four deeper skin tones, and left to right, we're gonna go the coolest to the warmest. So we have Alicia Keys. She is the coolest, and I call her a summer, cool and bright. We have Lisa Bonet. I call her winter, cool and muted. Now, next we have Beyonce, warm and muted, so I call her an autumn. And Oprah Winfrey is warm and bright, so I call her a spring. Let's look at the lighter skin tones. So again, the coolest to the warmest, left to right. Nicole Kidman, cool and bright, summer. Heidi Klum, cool and muted, winter. Cate Blanchett, warm and muted, autumn. And Hayden Panettiere, warm and bright, spring. Let's move on to the olive skin tones. Nazanin Boniadi, cool and bright, I call her summer. Kim Kardashian, cool and muted, I call her winter. Aishwarya Rai, warm and muted, I call her autumn. And Eva Longoria, warm and bright, spring. Okay, East Asian skin tones. I will say this before I get into this. It took me hours to find a cool East Asian skin tone, so it is very uncommon. However, I believe on the left we have Fan Bingbing, cool and bright, summer. We have Kimiko Glenn, winter, cool and muted. We have Lucy Liu, who is an autumn, warm and muted, and Jamie Chung, warm and bright, spring. So let's talk about the deeper skin tones. So I think a lot of color analysis shies away from analyzing deeper skin tones potentially, or East Asians or olive skin tones, or when they do, in my opinion, they tend to get it wrong. How I see skin tones really is skin deep. Skin is the color brown with varying amounts of white. So there's really nothing special about deeper skin tones. There's nothing special about East Asian skin tones, about olive skin tones. They're all just different shades of brown as far as I'm concerned, brown or beige, and you can figure out what the color balance is by taking a closer look. So let's talk about, and this is such a rich topic, I'm only going to talk about the cool and bright season this time, cool and bright summer in artistic license, and I'm gonna compare these five ladies from very different depths of skin tone, different hair colors, and we're gonna take a look at the colors that look best on them. So let's get started. So first of all, we can see that all four of these ladies look amazing in cool and bright colors, and they look, in my opinion, their personal best in cool and bright colors. So now let's take a look at what they look like when they wear warm colors, basically either warm and muted or warm and bright. And you can see that, okay, first I hope you'll notice this, and I noticed it too. On the far left, Nicole does not look her best at all. And on the far right, Fan also doesn't look her best at all. But in the middle, we have Alicia and Nazanin. And they don't look their best in my opinion, but they don't look that bad. And they don't look as bad as the lighter skin tones do in the wrong colors. But when you compare these ladies wearing their best colors, which are cool and bright, and you compare that to how their skin looks in the warm colors, you can see, and I hope you see what I see, that the cool and bright colors are definitely better on both of these ladies, even though they don't look as bad in their worst colors as the lighter skin tones do. And that's what I really want to get across here is, it's all about looking your personal best. It's not about looking better than other people in their wrong colors or something like that. And I don't think anybody comes to color analysis for that. And when you compare these three ladies, for example, and they are all cool and bright in artistic license, they are all three of them are Summers, they all look amazing in this royal blue color. And it doesn't matter that Julianne Moore is a redhead and Nicole is blonde and Nazanin is an olive skin tone. What matters is they all have cool and bright undertones. They all look amazing in bright blue. They all look their personal best in cool and bright colors. And it's all about looking your personal best. Now imagine these three ladies are friends, right? And they all go to an event and they're all like, yes, blue sisters for life, like we look amazing in blue. And then they go to the next event and they're like, Nazanin, oh my gosh, all three of us look great in blue, but you also look good in this color. But, this muted color looks really bad on us. And you can see, on Julianne Moore especially, that muted yellow color is really not her color. She doesn't look that great. And also for Nicole, that's really not their best color, and it's pretty obvious. For Nazanin, it's not as obvious, but like we looked at before, her best colors are the same as Nicole's and Julianne's, and they're all three of these ladies' best colors are all cool and bright. So now they might say, Nazanin, oh my gosh, you know what? Our friend Cate Blanchett, she is an autumn and she looks good in that color. Nazanin, I think you're turning into an autumn. And Nazanin is like, well, me, I don't know. I do seem to look better than you guys. Maybe I am. They're like, you must be a fluffy toast burnt winter, right? Like something, you must be really different from us. But the truth is, Nazanin is not different. Nazanin simply does not look as bad in her worst colors as they do, because Nazanin has more pigment in general, but that doesn't mean that it changes her ratios. Her ratios are still, she has a lot more cool to her skin than she does warm, so she looks her best in the same exact colors that they look their best in, which are cool and bright colors. So in my opinion, that's what matters. You want to know your season. Why do you want to know your season at all, right? You want to know so that when you go shopping, when you go to your closet, you know which colors you're going to look your personal best in. So I don't think that the question is ever, does she look better than them? Or, oh, it looks like she can wear this or she can wear that. Well, the truth is, Nazanin, she can probably wear every single color and she looks fine. That doesn't mean that changes her season. I think her season is determined by what are her best colors. What does she look her personal best in? And when you take a look at her wearing these warmer colors, so this yellow skirt, the yellow dress, or the warm red dress, you can see something right away. I mean, she does not look bad. She doesn't look that bad. At the same time, I think she looks so much better in these bright, cool colors. And as a color analyst, this is what I would tell her. I would want to tell her her best colors. That's the whole point, right? It's the same situation for Fan. So on the right, Fan is wearing one of her worst colors, and she does not look that bad. It doesn't make her a different season because she still looks her best in the magenta, the cool bright color. And on the left, we have her in a muted red color, and it's cool, so it doesn't look bad, but it does drag her down a little bit. And as soon as you see her in that magenta color, you can see how much better she looks and how she looks her personal best. So now let's take a look at her in this purple magenta versus a warmer red, and I hope you can see what I see. I think she looks much better in the purple and magenta than she does in the warmer red. It's the same trend for Alicia Keys. We have purple, magenta, and warm red, and I think she looks so much better in the purple and the magenta than she does in the warm red. So you see, these ladies are all the same season because they all have the same thing in common, and that is their best colors. Their best colors are cool and bright. Doesn't matter what their ethnicity is at all. And I don't think anyone goes to a color analyst and pays $100, $200 and asks which colors look okay on me but look the worst on my white friends of the same season. I'll wear that. I don't think anybody does that. I think the question that people really want to ask is, what colors do I look the best in? So let's summarize the 5 ladies that we talked about, all cool and bright, all summer. Nazanin, muted, warm color, not her best, looks so much more amazing in the cool colors. So we have muted warm, bright blue, white. Now, Fan Bingbing, same thing, muted warm, blue, white. I think she looks much better in the blue and the white than she does in the muted warm. Julianne Moore, muted warm, blue, white. Again, she looks much better in the blue and the white than she does in the muted warm. Nicole Kidman, muted warm, blue, white. Again, she looks better in the blue and the white than she does in the muted warm because these girls are all the same season. Alicia Keys, muted warm, blue, white. Same thing. Take a look at Alicia Keys' teeth especially and tell me in which colors her teeth look whiter. I think her teeth look really white in the blue and the white, and they don't look as white in the muted warm color. Now, when you take a look at Alicia in the muted warm color, you might say, wow, well, you must be a different season, it's some random new season because you look good in both warm and cool colors. She's not a warm season. She doesn't look good in warm colors. This is one of her worst colors. She simply doesn't look as bad in her worst colors. So she's still practically the same season. She has more cool in her skin. She's technically the same season as well. She is the same season. So here are all of the 5 ladies that we talked about looking amazing in black. And they all look great because they are all the same season. And you can see that black doesn't look harsh on any of these ladies. Even Julianne Moore, even Nicole Kidman, even Fan Bingbing, whatever, it doesn't matter. Black does not look harsh on them because they are all cool and bright. And here they all are, not looking their personal best in a warm color. And you can see the same trend. Of course, Julianne Moore, that color looks extremely separate from her. Her skin looks a bit blotchy and red. The same thing with Nicole Kidman. Fan looks a little pale and doesn't look that well, but the 2 deeper skin tones, they can really handle it better. That doesn't mean that it's their best color at all. We've seen now, hopefully, that their best colors are cool and bright. And here are all the 5 ladies looking amazing in bright, cool, royal blue. Yeah, they all look great. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, any video requests, anything like that. If you are super interested in this topic, I have other videos. I have comparing 2 deep winters, what is chroma, and does contrast matter, as well as low contrast looks for bright seasons. Those are all related videos to this topic, so you can check those out as well. I'm thinking I might do a color analysis Q&A, so if you have any small questions that are not necessarily a full video that you want me to cover in a Q&A, then leave them down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks again.